Cooking matters, fix it safe. Today's speaker is Martina Curry. She is the Chief of Student Health and Wellness. And at this time, I will stop presenting and turn my screen over to our presenter. Let's welcome Miss Martina.
I'm sorry to apologize to you, but the lesson for today is fruits and vegetables.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we did that last week. Okay, just give us 1 second. Well, in the meantime, while Marcia is helping me to straighten this out, last week we talked about food safety, and I mentioned certain things that we have to keep in mind. I show you how to do the hand sanitizer, preparing bleach and water if you want to use that, all the wipes and so forth. Okay, I think that Marcia is ready. Then we're just gonna go ahead and start with the lesson. Can everybody hear me good?
Yes.
Okay, in case that one thing that we have to keep in mind is that for many parents today, our problem is for our children to eat more fruits than vegetables. Can anyone can share any concerns that you have regarding fruit and vegetables that you have with your family? If you will so, you can put it in the chat or open your mic and talk to me. What are you concerned about fruits and vegetables?
Did you say what are your concerns about?
Yes, regarding your family, if you have any problem, if they love vegetables, what kind of vegetables they love, if they don't like vegetables, things that you encounter regarding fruit and vegetables.
So I think one of my concerns is, one is the way that fruits and vegetables are farmed. And then the other thing is I don't like a lot of vegetables. So
And it's okay to say that. Welcome to the club. Don't worry about it. And it's okay to say that, because if I don't like vegetables, certain type of vegetables, I don't want to force that into my children, into my family, and so forth. But I'm going to give you an idea of things that you can do. Don't think because I teach nutrition, I love to eat everything. No, I have my struggles like anybody else. But what I learned through the years is what alternative I could do, not only for me, but for my family to enjoy fruits and vegetables. And I've been in this program for a long time. That means that in order for me to give this information to the parents, I have to be what? An example of that. I love fruits, but vegetables, And I'm going today, one thing that I want you to keep in mind, we're going to be doing recipes in here that probably you're going to say, I don't think so. But don't put that in your mind. Just try it the way that we're going to do it. And if you don't like it like that, what other changes you can do to that recipe? Okay, we're going to go ahead with the lesson. And after that, I'm going to show you how to do a recipe. Okay, Marcia. And about choosing fruits and vegetables. Okay. One thing that we have to keep in mind with fruit and vegetables is the texture, the flavor, the colors. And even though that they have different flavors and colors, they still don't look appeal to many of us. One thing that we have to keep in mind is that fruit and vegetables are good because it's good for your heart, for your vision, to have strong bones and teeth, to lower some cancer and healthy weight. Okay. Look at how wonderful fruit and vegetables are. They are low in calories, high in fiber, and create a sense of fullness. And then when you hear the word fiber, what comes to your mind? What they put together with fiber regarding our body? Because they always say, have a lot of fruit and vegetables because it's good for fiber. They have good fiber, but why we have to have that? One thing that fiber is good for your body is that it's going to help us to what? To do the bowel movement in a soft way, okay? Because remember, we eat a lot of food, but sometimes we don't go to the bathroom often or we get constipated. One thing that we can do is when we eat food that is good source of fiber, is going to help us to have that smooth bowel movement. And the food, the vegetables are low in calories, and it depends how we prepare them. Fruit and vegetables is a rainbow. We have red, yellow, orange, green, blue, purple, white. And sometimes if we don't try them before, we are afraid to try them. And through this program, you're going to have the opportunity to try all of them. And even if you have a bad experience before with a vegetable or a fruit, I'm going to share many ideas and many ways on you can do that. When you fix those fruit and vegetables, try to include colors, because when you include colors, look appeal to the family. Another group that is included in the fruit and vegetables is bean. And if you see they're showing canned, you can use canned, you can use fresh and cook it yourself. It's going to be the same nutritive value. How many fruits and vegetables should we eat every day? And it depends how old we are. I'm not saying that you're going to go home and you're going to say, this is the way that you're going to eat it. But if one thing that I always say to my participants, don't measure, just add small amount at a time and do activities with them. Like children ages 2 to 3, they need 2 cups total. 1 cup of vegetable, 1 cup of fruits, and you're going to divide that within the day. I'm not saying that you're going to go home and measure, but just give them a small amount at a time, and you will see that you complete 1 cup of vegetables and 1 cup of fruit. Children 4 to 8, from 3 to 3 cups and a half, and even us adults, as a woman, as a man, we still have to maintain that amount of fruit and vegetables because of the nutrients that they have. And don't worry about writing, because all this information I'm going to share with you at the end with a recipe book that I'm going to be sharing with the participants. How many vegetables should I eat every day? One thing that they said, that half of the plate should be vegetables, okay? And fruits. From vegetables, we need 2 cups and a half. And sometimes when we say 2 cups and a half, oh, that's too much. I have to stop myself. No, don't think about 2 cups and a half. Think about adding vegetables a small amount at a time. And when you do that, you're going to make the goal of 2 cups and a half. Just to give you an idea, if you have 2 cup of leafy greens, is equal to 1 cup. And many people like to eat a lot of green vegetables, such as spinach and so forth. Okay. How much fruit we need to eat? Okay, and we don't want to stick to the same fruit all the time. We want to have different type of fruit, and especially if we can get them on sale. Like 1 cup of fruit, half a cup of fruit, depending apples or fruit cocktail, is equal to half a serving. Okay, 1 serving. Remember, we need to have 2 cups of fruits every day. And again, not only we don't want to have them in juices. We want to have the fruit per se because of the fiber, and the body absorb better eating the fruit instead of the juices. Choose fruit without added sugar, okay? And if you see, they have canned, fresh, and frozen. And sometimes people say, but canned is not good. I mean, in this situation that we are right now, when we go to the pantries, what they're giving us, canned good. Well, then canned goods is still good. It's something that we should have in the cabinet. It's available. But then remember, always fresh is going to give you more for your money. Canned is going to, frozen is going to be more expensive. And it depends how much space we have in the refrigerator and so forth. Make sure that when you get the canned, are packed in the same juice. That is not heavy syrup or light syrup. We don't want to add more sugar, more calories to what we eat in every day. How we can wash those fruit and vegetables? Always wash them before you use them. Separate them, and that was one of the things that we talked last week regarding how to storage them. Always storage fruit and vegetables separate from raw meat and so forth. And sometimes if you want to wash those fruit and vegetables, you can add a little bit of white vinegar to that water, and that's another way that you can wash them. Or use a toothbrush only for washing vegetables and fruits. Fresh, frozen, and canned. Always when you get the fresh, try to get it on season. This is the season for the apples. If you go now and try to get a piece of watermelon, it's very expensive compared to the prices. Season means that they are more juicy, less expensive, and in the prime of the ripe, okay? The frozen, again, is pre-cooked and you finish cooking them. And the canned, you just heat it up and ready to eat regarding vegetables. Buy fruits and vegetables that are seasoned. You know that now we have farm open market where you can go. It comes directly from the farm to those areas that they're going to sell it. Many times are less expensive. Their quality is much better. But then it depends how close in your neighborhood are. How you can involve your children in eating those fruit and vegetables. One thing that I do is that I have them on hand for them to eat it. Sometimes I cut the apples with the skin and put a little bit of lemon juice or pineapple juice and have them already cut up in the refrigerator. Remember, grapes, don't give it to children less than 2 years old because those are choking hazard. But those are things that you can do. Have them ready. And if you see that they like more one vegetables than the other, don't try to buy only those. Do different activities like apples. You see, when you go to the store, it's many types of apple. Then you can do an activity with apples. You can buy a red apple, a green apple, and work with them and say, okay, how they taste. Are they crunchy? Are they bitter? Do you like it? Not. And then when you do baked potatoes, you can put salsa on top of the potatoes. Not try to put too much butter because, again, you don't want to add too many calories. And sometimes baby carrots have a better flavor than the regular carrots. Those are things that you can do to encourage your family to eat more vegetables. Check the refrigerator temperature. That's something, remember that I mentioned it to you. What type of thermometer you can use to do that. Don't wash them before you use them because if you don't dry them real good, they're going to get spoiled faster. Or if you wash them and put them in the refrigerator, because sometimes the children don't just grab them, make sure to dry them real good with a napkin. And when you buy that type of fruit and vegetables, try to use them within 3 to 5 days, okay? Because sometimes we buy a lot of fruit and vegetables, and we're gonna end up putting it in the refrigerator. In the garbage, sorry. Based on this information that I share with you, what changes I can do? Again, do activities with them. Okay, today, when you go with them to the store, tell them, okay, do you wanna try today kiwi? And then buy a kiwi and say, okay, let's touch it. How it feel? Now we have to peel it. Let's see how it looks inside. And those things are going to encourage them to try them. But you need to do that together with them. Another thing that you can do too is involve them in the food preparation. Okay? Like today, we're going to be doing this recipe. That's something that you can do too to help them to try new vegetables and fruits. Okay. Any questions so far?
I have a question.
Yes.
So, what is your suggestion about, freeze-dried fruits are really popular. Are those okay to have as well?
I'm sorry.
Freeze-dried fruits.
You know what? You can have dry fruit, okay, and you can add it to the cereal when you eat it. That's another way. Sometimes I like to have dry fruit at home because sometimes the fresh fruit spoil because I'm not eating too often. The fresh fruit is going to spoil faster. I could do that sometimes if they have some fruit on sale and I want to have fruit all the time. What I do, I wash them, I dry them real good, and I put them in the freezer, like strawberries, blueberries, even the bananas, you can do that. And I'm going to tell you a secret, but don't tell anybody, okay? One thing that you can do with the bananas, you can put it in the refrigerator, get them frozen, and quietly from time to time, you can dip it in chocolate, and that's another way to have a healthy ice cream. Even though that you're having chocolate, you can buy chocolate low in calories, but that's another way that they can do it. Okay, because many times during this year, they eat caramel apples, and if you see, it's very high in sugar, and sometimes they eat it because just to lick the peanuts and the caramel, and they leave the apple to the side. Then that's another way that you can do it too. I mean, I'm not telling you that you have to go straight healthy. This is not about that. Again, this is about having a balance of what you do every day. You can have your banana, dip it in chocolate, put it in the freezer. That can be a healthy snack, because like I said, you can find a low calorie chocolate and melt it. It's not that problem. And then yes, you can have dry fruit. It's the same. But one thing that you have to keep in mind with the dry fruit, if you're going to eat it, look at the serving size, because it doesn't mean because it's dry, I'm going to eat the whole package. Because if you eat the whole package, the purpose will be, even though that is dry fruit, many times they add sugar in there to make it sweet, to preserve it, and you're going to be eating more calories eating the dry fruit than to eating the fresh fruit. You're going to be eating more. Look at the label and you will be surprised how many calories are there. It doesn't matter because it says fit and active. Like many times we look at the label, oh, this have to be good for my body. Not necessarily. Look at the calories and you will be surprised how much sugar they put in there. And we're going to be talking about that in one of the lessons later on. Did I answer your question?
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you.
I mean, everything is good. It's just to have a balance. The magic word is balance. It just because on the label said healthy, we need to look on the back and you will be surprised how many calories are in there. Any other questions?
No, I don't think there are any at this moment. Thank you.
And like I said, fruit and vegetables have different type of texture. Like my mom said, she's not too crazy about vegetables. I'm going to give you an example about me. Sometimes I go places and they have a salad, and I'm one of the person that when they put the salad dressing, it have to be one of those sweet one, because that's the way that I like it. But I know that it's harmful to me, and what I do, I try to put a lot of dry fruit. Or put fruits in there. If they have apples or tangerines there, I add it to the salad, and that will bring the sweetness that I want without adding too much salad dressing. Then I have to work around just to make that food low calorie. And you can do a lot of salads mixing that.
I like that idea.
Oh, yes. And if you have any question, please be free to ask them. It's nothing wrong to say, I don't like that. Again, I'm the first one with that. Okay, the recipe for today is a rainbow recipe, and we're going to be using cucumber. Okay, we're going to be using cucumber. We're going to be using Greek yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt. Don't look at the brand because it's many brands that you can find at the store. And the reason that I'm using Greek yogurt is because Greek yogurt have protein. And remember, when we do salad, we have the tendency to be hungry right away. And the protein, what it's going to do is going to help you not to be too hungry. Okay. I'm going to be using sour cream. Okay. I'm going to be using green lemon. And I have already some vegetables cut off in here. I have yellow bell pepper, red bell pepper, I have celery, and I have baby carrots. This is only to give you an example of the vegetables that you can do, okay? And if you want to use this recipe with fruits, hey, be my guest, you can do that too, okay? And what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be cleaning my hands. I'm going to be using black pepper, and I'm going to be using dill. Remember, to give flavor to what we're doing, we have to use herbs and spices to give flavor, okay? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use half of the cucumber for what I'm gonna do, okay? I know that the knife is too big. What we're gonna do is just peel it, okay?
Are you all able to see what she's doing clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Marcia. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna peel the cucumber. And again, probably you're gonna say, I don't know. This Greek yogurt, which is acid, I don't think so that I'm gonna like it. But like I said, try it, okay, the first time. And then if you don't like it, then what changes I could do? Should I add a little bit of pepper or add a little bit more of, make it a little bit sweet and sour, okay? And for this recipe, you're gonna be shredding the cucumber, okay? And it's very simple to do. And the reason that we're gonna shred this is because we're gonna add it, and you're gonna see the step here, okay? I like to use this one because I don't leave fingers in there. And like one of the participants said that she's not too crazy about vegetables. I'm not too crazy about cucumber, but I learned to eat cucumbers in many other ways. It said that it takes about 20 times of you trying something to like it. Can you imagine if it's a child? We're gonna be struggling for a long time. But then, like I said, when you are the sample, you don't struggle. Okay, you just put it and you tell them try it. If you don't like it, it's okay. If you give them something and they say, they start crying, take it out. No, you're gonna tell them just eat whatever you want. Okay, and then we're gonna be using a cheesecloth because what we're gonna do now is that we have to squeeze all the juice, all the liquid, okay? We want this to be dry, okay? Because if we use it with the juice, it's gonna be too liquid, okay? Let's put this to the side. Let me get more napkins. Okay. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add 1 cup of plain yogurt. Okay, buy the less expensive. You don't have to say, oh, the brand, what is gonna make it better? No, any store that you go, okay? And if you see the smell of the yogurt is wonderful, okay? Then I'm gonna add some sour cream. One-fourth of a cup of the sour cream. And now we're gonna add the cucumber for flavor, okay? We're gonna be adding 1 teaspoon, 1/4 of teaspoon of the dill. Okay, remember, herbs and spices are gonna give flavor to what we do it. Okay. And because it's white, it's gonna give, okay, we're gonna add about 1/4 of black pepper, but if you like this to be more spicy, then use any type of hot peppers that you like. Okay. Then we're gonna add some green lemon juice. 1 tablespoon. And you know that lemons are not that good for this season. Okay. Let's squeeze it just like that. And when you mix all these flavors, it's gonna give them a good smell. And I think when they're smelling this, probably they said, let me try it. Okay, and then you're gonna add a little bit of garlic. And remember, you can use fresh garlic, you can use minced. I'm gonna use powder, and I'm gonna use 1/4 teaspoon. And the reason that I'm using that small amount is because, remember, garlic is very strong. Okay? Can you see? I know that we're talking about fruit and vegetables, but if you want it regarding eating healthy too, you can add this with pita chips. You can add it too, okay? Now, what we're gonna do, I cut already the vegetables. And again, like I said, try to use different one because bell pepper are sweet, okay? And then you can arrange them in the plate. You can use different colors. You can add, alternate them if you want to. And then if you want to add broccoli, if you want to add any other type of vegetables, you can do so. I'm working with another coworker, and I left in a hurry the kitchen, and I left the baby carrots in there. Okay. I left the baby carrots in the kitchen. Okay, and then you're going to add a little bit of, again, not too much, salt. You still need the salt. We're talking about having them, but small amount. And believe it or not, it has a wonderful smell. Okay? And because we put the dill and the celery and the cucumber, it got a nice flavor to this. Okay? Then one thing that you can do, you can put some on the celery. Okay. You can put some like this. And then when you cut the celery, Juliana style, which is going to be much better for them to try it. Okay. And many times people sell products and they don't taste it. They say how wonderful they are. You can try it because everything is good. With the other half of the cucumber, you can slice it. Okay, and I'm gonna slice it with the skin. Okay, and I'm gonna use the skin. Okay, and will be part of the plate that you're gonna be putting. But the best part of this is for me to what? Can you put it up a little bit? It's for me to try it. First time doing it. Believe it or not, Mom, that you said that you don't like too much vegetable, and I'm with you, it have an excellent flavor. It's very, even though that I use plain yogurt, it don't feel acid. It don't taste acid. Okay? Let's try. And remember, bell pepper are sweet. And when you put it together, I like it. I'm not going to tell you something that is not true about. It's a good recipe. This is only an example of the vegetables that you can try, but you can do broccoli, you can do cauliflower, and many other ones. And if you want, if you bake potatoes, you can do this on top of the potato too. Any question?
No.
What do you think about the recipe? And this is very simple. This is only simple. You can create your own type of vegetables that you want to use. But keep in mind, color, texture, flavor.
It looks delicious.
Excuse me. It is. It is. Believe it or not, it is. That's why I said to my parents, do not eat with your eyes, because this is eating with your eyes, but eat with your mouth. After you see it, and it comes to your mind, I don't think so, taste it, and you will change your mind. Don't say, I don't like it without tasting it.
Yeah, that was really, I feel like I'm tasting it, even though I'm really not. It looks really delicious. I love vegetables. And, excuse me, and I love dip, but I've never tried making my own. So I just copied the recipe. I said, why not? So I'm gonna try that with my children and
Yes.
see how it comes out. But I'm excited to try it. Thank you.
But if you think, when you taste it, if you think that it needs a little bit more salt, you can add a little bit more salt. If you are a person that likes spicy, you can add, cut some jalapenos in here and add it in here and make it spicy. Or you can cut some chipotle peppers and you can add it in here to give more color too. I mean, you can, this is only the basic. And this is a way for you to try it. And then from there, you can do your own creation.
Thank you for that. This has been wonderful. I'm really enjoying this class. I was thinking to myself, man, I would have loved to have mine right in front of me so that I could have done it with you and then we all tasted it. But I'm definitely gonna look forward to going home and making this.
Yes, that's the only
Something
thing.
new.
Yeah, that's the only thing that we as a staff, we miss, because these are things that we do with the parents. These are things that we do with the children. Not that only that they help us to cut the vegetables and prepare the recipe, they have a chance to taste it. And by example, seeing all the kids trying it, the ones that don't like vegetables, they try. And that's the goal of the program. Just try it. We don't have to tell you this is the way that you're doing it. You have to change. But then moderation, and by trying it, you will see that you're gonna make it to all fruits and vegetables that we need per day. And if you don't want, you can do it. You can eat this with the fruit too. You want to do some strawberries? I mean, do your own creation. This one is for vegetables, but don't put it only for vegetables. Just use your creation, your imagination to try it with many others.
Thank you for that, Kelly. Are there any questions in the chat box at this time?
No, but I had just one brief question. So it was, just to clarify, it was plain yogurt, no flavoring that you use, correct?
We're gonna upload the recipe. We're gonna email you the recipe for you to have it. Yes, we're gonna do that as soon as I finish doing the presentation. That's something that we're gonna be doing. Again, I want to say thank you to Marcia, that has been my right hand to all this craziness that we've been going. But now you have the email for the person that is I'm gonna be using the laptop. And again, remember, I won't be here next week. Marcia will be doing the class next week, and I hope that between now and next week, you have tried the apple nachos and try the rainbow ranch recipe vegetables, and give me your opinion. I like it, I didn't like it, these are the changes that I will do, so because it's a good for us to have a feedback in everything that we do.
Thank you. We really appreciate you joining us this morning. What you do is very important. Thank you for sharing with our parents, and those that were not able to attend this morning's session can go back on YouTube and look at this, because we're creating memories and better lifestyle changes, with substitutions and moderation. So this was really wonderful. I thank you for your time.